We're back for another episode, and we're going to call this one part 2 of our latest Disney trip extravaganza. So if you have not listened to part 1, stop it now, go back to our episodes, catch part 1 of our Disney trip this last time around.
Yeah, you never watched the sequel before you watch the original, y'all.
And there's
Come
lots
on.
of goodies in that episode that you'll definitely want to chew on
And
for
you
this
can call
one.
me Negative Nancy. It's fine.
Or Debbie Downer.
Wah, wah, wah.
So, hey, Woody,
Hey,
are you excited about part 2?
I'm ready to go on part 2. I'm ready to roll.
So in part 1, we talked about our Hollywood Studios experience. So let's leave off from there. We left Hollywood Studios that night and we're heading back to Pop Century Resort for what we would assume to be our dinner. You know, excited to eat. I love eating at the resorts.
I do too. It's
just
like my favorite.
It's one of my favorite things. And now with the mobile ordering, one of the things is obviously, we talked about this in part 1, just the difference in the food and how you have to get it. But of course, we go through the motions. And when we get back to the resort, I would say the first thing that I noticed was once we got off the Skyliner and we're on park,
On the resort.
on the resort property, and we are walking towards the pool area. I love that hippy dippy pool. It's
Yep,
like the coolest thing to see.
It's awesome.
Kids are everywhere. It's just wonderful. There's a line. And Woody's like, oh gosh, here we go. Another line. But this was weird because I thought, what is this line for? There must be something special. There must be something going on. Maybe they're painting faces in the,
the mask.
in the lobby. Maybe they're painting your masks in the lobby. There's got to be a reason why there's 20,000 people waiting to get in the resort lobby. Hey, guess what time it is? It's dinner time.
Yep.
Guess what else you need to do? You need a mobile order. Guess what else you got to do? Wait in line.
Well, and that's, because like if you heard part 1, it was line, wait, line. So then this one, like, I'm like, oh, you've got to be kidding me. Like, y'all know the place I was in, right?
Yeah.
Y'all know that.
His headspace was
My headspace. But after the Skyliner ride, you can't be upset because Skyliner just injects you with happiness and calm. Like it's like yoga or something.
It really
it's like
is.
like it was like, oh, okay. It was like medication for me, honestly.
Mm-hmm.
Like it was instantly like, okay, everything's fine. Again, we're privileged to be at Disney.
We are.
It's not a necessity. Yeah. And then but one way we do not use this, y'all. Like, do not judge me. But like one way to get around the line is if you got a mug and you want to get a refill, right?
Gosh, he is
So it's like, hey, I want some drink, which it was not a lie, which was not a lie. Okay, I just found out like I didn't have to wait 20 minutes if I said if I wanted to get a drink. Now, if I wanted to get in the gift shop, it was a 20-minute wait.
Yes.
But I was like, oh, we want to refill the mugs. Oh, okay, you can walk right in. Okay. Well, we kind of got lost in the gift shop on the way to get
and then
a
just
refill.
decided
to buy some plush things and T-shirts, which y'all saw me post. So behind the scenes, that post on Instagram of the shirts and everything, that was like 20 minutes after I broke in line.
Yeah, he totally broke a
Broken line. Got my drink though. Okay, so we go back and we ordered dinner. We ordered dinner and it was great. It was great. Like, I don't know.
What'd you get?
I had a chicken sandwich and you had cheeseburger.
I sure did.
And those fries, it was delicious.
So
and we
good.
had a cupcake. I forgot what cupcake it was. It was delicious. I posted a picture.
It wasn't the tie-dye one. That was the
No,
cheesecake.
toasted marshmallow.
Ooh, yeah.
Something like that. Okay. So, yeah, it was like it ended on a great note. Like it was really nice that night. Like it was like, cause they had set the movie screen up and they were watching Tarzan. They had Tarzan out for the kids and it was just fun. Like it was nice. It was like after the Hollywood day. And again, y'all listen to part 1, you'll know where we were coming from. And it was just, okay, this was okay. All right. We took a second and I took that window and adjusted my,
perception.
My perception and expectations. And I was just like, it'll be great tomorrow. Magic is magic. And, you can't be in Magic Kingdom and really be upset. And you can't be at Disney and just not, So I think a lot of it was me checking myself and
Yeah.
making sure that I wasn't going into it with a bad attitude. Get a good night's sleep. We're not in a hurry to wake up early for Magic now that we know that really you're not rewarded to wake up early. And it's going to be a long line, even if you're out there for 3 hours. Like,
Right.
It's almost like, do you really want to wake up at 6 a.m.? And for those families who've never been, I get that. Yes, absolutely. Wake up, soak up every moment you can because they don't have extra Magic hours. And it's like we had been, so it's like, well, just, yeah. Let's don't get in a hurry. Yeah. So, we get a good night's sleep. Wake up. The wait was minimal in the morning for Magic.
Yep.
It,
Buses were moving very good.
I mean, they had like in the buses, in bless their hearts, like they're social distancing on the buses. Those bus drivers have 5 jobs now where they're kind of like you hear, and none of them were grumpy at all, and they were just like,
they were
again, bless
wonderful.
them. Like I mean, they're working hard, and we got to Magic. Yeah, it was seamless. Like I mean, again, we pulled up. There was no wait. Go right through the temperature thing. Go through the metal detector. We're there. Like they're literally walk right up to the Magic Band key, whatever, ticket thingy. And we walk in and like I don't think I was as shocked because I think Magic was a little on the empty side. Like it wasn't that crowded. It was nowhere near the crowd that was at Hollywood.
Right.
Like it was not even close. And so we get in, we're like, man, this is it. Like I automatically like, this is why we booked it, you know?
Yeah.
And then so we're taking pictures, walking, and it was just wonderful. Like it was almost like for that like hour or whatever, you know, it was nice. The crowd size was great. We actually got to ride the carousel
Never
for the
done
first
that.
time. We'd never done that
Since I was a kid.
Oh, and that was like wonderful.
Magical.
Like, walked right up on that, and then so we ride the carousel, and then we walk down, and all those who have been during the crowded parts know that like when you go to the Rapunzel bathrooms, you can kind of judge the crowd size.
Yeah.
Because there's either going to be 8 billion strollers.
Oh, yeah.
Right there at the stroller park,
Yep.
or the women's bathrooms always got a line. Like
Yeah.
it's just like that's how you know it's crowded, and it wasn't. Like
No.
it was fairly empty. And we were like, okay, this is going to be a great day. This is going to be awesome. So I think we just walk around for a little bit. And then I don't know at what point it seemed like the gates opened. But,
So we
were there normal hours. Like we
got a cinnamon bun from Gaston's Tavern, sat down to eat that. And then that was so delicious.
Oh, it was amazing.
And then we got on Ariel. That was the first ride that we got on.
No real wait.
No real wait. I think it was like 15 minutes. It wasn't bad.
Went fast.
We are just like, yeah, okay. We get off Ariel and we go over to Storybook because Woody wanted to go into. We love the Storybook gift shop. It's our favorite. Of course, I'm like so looking forward to seeing them make the caramel apples and like I just love that gift shop so much.
It's the best.
It's closed.
It's closed.
Okay, no big deal. I'm not gonna let my heart break, but so much. So then I said, hey, Woody, we should go over while you've got your camera, like, and get on the Barnstormer because you can see Tron.
Yeah.
And so that was awesome.
Yeah, and we'd never ridden
Goofy's Barnstormer.
Yeah, I mean it was like one of those corner rides, and like it was like. We never did it. No. And then we waited like 20 minutes. It's like literally 10 seconds.
Blink,
y'all.
yeah.
Like, I can't. I was shocked at the time, which is good for me though, because I get sick. And so while it's like, oh, that could have been longer, I'm thankful because like I was totally fine for the first time ever riding a roller coaster. It was like, that's about what I can do. Tron looks awesome.
Oh my gosh.
Yo, I like Tron though.
I can't.
I'm going to
flip out.
Yeah, I'm going to take one for the team. I'm going to be sick for 4 days after. I don't care.
I know, we're doing it.
That looks so awesome. Like, I mean, just the scale and what you showed me from the Tokyo when, like, that's going to blow people's minds.
It is.
And the fact they're using the Daft Punk soundtrack.
Insane.
Oh my gosh, it's even better.
We got to see it for the first time up close. I mean, when you're right there waiting for that little mini roller coaster, it's like the sheer size of it is like, whoa. I mean, you can see stuff online, but you just never.
Yeah, it's just like you look up, it's like, oh my gosh, it's huge.
It's acres and acres, and you're just like, this is going to be the coolest ride ever.
So yeah, we go, and then we get off, what's it called? Barnstormer? Mm-hmm. Okay, thank you.
Because I heard a lady say, you want to go ride the Brainstormer?
That's a good name for it, though. Mm-hmm. We get off that, and I think we both broke our backs while we were on, because the takeoff, y'all, I know I'm getting old. I know it, but
I appreciate that guy thinking I think I appreciated that guy thinking I could get in the same car as you. I was like, thanks for thinking I'm slim enough to sit here beside him.
First of all, yeah, it's like, this is tight.
We're so squished.
Dude, this is like.
I was like, I could feel Woody's rib hitting mine. I was like, this is too close.
And then it takes off, and I had 3 vertebra break or whatever. It's like, oh, and I think it popped your back. You felt pretty good after it. So we get off that, and we're all right. So our goal for this trip, like, I wanted to ride stuff that we had never ridden, like that.
Yeah.
Like, even if it's like this little ride that's not advertised.
Yeah.
Like, just ride it. Like,
sure.
With the exception of the teacups.
Yeah.
Because that would wreck me.
Nobody needs to do
Nobody needs to do that. So we get off that, and we go. All right. So it was right around that time where we're walking back up the hill. And we come around where Mine Train's at, right?
No, we walked to Tomorrowland because we were going to while you were feeling good, we were going to get on Space Mountain.
We were going to get on Space Mountain, and Space Mountain was shut down.
Yeah, guys, this is just the first, like, whoa. Okay.
It's fine.
So then we walk through Tomorrowland thinking, let's get on the People Mover.
People Mover shut out.
Y'all. I'm like, Magic.
People Mover was that's not even a ride, but that is my favorite ride.
So the Astro Orbiter was like 65 minutes wait. Buzz Lightyear was totally the same amount.
Yeah, wrapped around.
So we're thinking, okay, people, these are popular, so let's fine. We'll make our way back over to the Mine Train. It's fine. Then we thought, well, we could hop on Carousel of Progress. Closed. So I was like, all right, okay, well, So the lady did say she wasn't sure what time Space Mountain was going to open, but she said it was going to open. So we were like, okay, we'll come back.
Yep. So
we didn't come back.
No, we didn't come back. We make our way around, and then that is when I started noticing. It was like we kind of looked at each other again. We were like,
the fog had lifted. Yeah, it was.
It was like, what gate did they open? And now there's like 4 times the amount of people there. Like, and it just, I guess, it didn't put me in a mood that it did for Hollywood, but it was almost like, what in the world? Mm-hmm. Like, we were deceived. There was some marketing campaign targeted just to Laura and I to get us to come, and it got me. It got me, and I'm in marketing, and it got me, And so it just felt like, oh boy,
it was the old bait and switch.
So we walking around like, all right, like we've got our go-tos that I feel like we have to ride every time, and then we go down the hill, and like Haunted Mansion's like a 85-minute wait.
But we got to say this.
Yeah.
Can we just tell them? You see cast members walking around with their end of line sort of staffs,
the stake and
post.
The time.
So we see, obviously, where you normally go to see Standby and Fast Pass. You normally see what those wait times are. Of course, Fast Pass is blank. But then there's the Standby. So Woody sees, what was it? What did you say? 85? What did you just say?
85.
85 minutes. Well, then you start to figure out, where is the person with the stake, right? Because, if you're going to wait, which at this point, we'll wrap it up, in a little bit with how we turned our minds around. But I look around, I can't find the steak guy. I'm like, where's the end of line guy?
Where's the end of line at?
And he is, I am not kidding, he is at Country Bear, y'all.
Yep.
He is at the Country
Haunted
Bear
Mansion was all the way
Jamboree.
back. Yep.
And you had to go down by the Liberty Square. You were ushered down into, I was like, where are we right now? Because when we finally did decide to get in line for it, because we were not gonna miss that's Woody's favorite, so it was like, just get in line. Like, you had to just kind of coach yourself and be like, okay, I'm getting in line. I'm just going to do it. Cause then we weren't committing to anything. Normally we commit, normally we commit to, 35 minutes isn't bad. I don't have a fast pass to this. So 35 minutes, let's do it. Or if you see 85 minutes, your fast pass later will at least get you on in 15.
Yeah.
So we're not stressing, but then we walk around and we just can't seem to find a line less than an hour or even more.
Yeah.
So it was like, what do we do? I mean, we had to make a decision. Like, we either commit to knowing that we have maybe a chance to ride 3 rides before the park closed at 6.
Yep.
Or we just had to cheer each other up in that. I was like, he looked at me and said, which ones do you definitely want to do?
Yeah.
And then I said, I just want a pretzel right now. So we go and get a pretzel, which
and we sit on the road and we eat our pretzel, and
and the princess cavalcade came by. It was wonderful to see that. We got glimpses of magic, but it still felt so different than anything that I've ever experienced in my Disney history. It felt different. So then, of course, we said, you know what? Let's stick to that plan, which was, let's do some things we hadn't done before. So Woody said, what do you want to do? After we ate a pretzel, we walked up by Pirates of the Caribbean, saw that it was a 99-minute wait. And then I said, well, maybe let's look at Jungle Cruise. So we looked at Jungle Cruise, 125-minute wait. Yeah. We're not joking. This is something like end of line person for Jungle Cruise was up by Aladdin's carpet. So that was weird. The Dole Whip, area.
Dole Whip had a line. Like, usually it does have a line.
Right.
But this time,
they're keeping you 6 feet apart.
Yeah.
So Dole Whip is all the way around, almost like near the Crystal Palace.
Yeah.
They had you so spaced out that there were cast members greeting you thinking you're in the middle of the street, but they're trying to make sure you're not in a line or out of a line. Yeah. Do you remember that? They would almost go, hey, what are you doing? What you looking for?
Yeah.
And you're like, I'm just walking.
With the place for the funnel cakes.
Right. They want to make sure that you're not confused.
Yes.
And you're certainly getting in line and not breaking in line or, whatever. But I did say I wanted to go in the Christmas shop.
Yeah.
So we did that. And when we got to the Christmas shop, I noticed the job that I want, the dream job that I want.
Yep.
I want to paint umbrellas.
Yep.
So I'm going to apply for that
Disney,
job.
If you have any openings for umbrella painters.
I know they're laying off a lot of people, but maybe my window will come, and I just want to do that. Or I want to personalize ornaments in the Christmas store.
Yes.
That is what I want to do, babe.
I know.
Okay?
I get it.
So just start planning that. And so we were counted in. So she did tell the guy behind us that we had made it capacity. And of course, that's just, it's just sad. It's sad to hear somebody be denied, even though they're going to get in. It just felt like, oh man, that guy really wanted to go in with his wife. And, so of course I'm trying to stay happy, and then they count you on your way out. So it's like, thank you. Okay, I'll buy. And we didn't buy anything, of course, because I'll break it by the time we got home. So then Woody's like, we both smelled a little history in the air.
Oh, yes. So that, again, like, that was one of our things is do something we haven't done before.
Yes. And I love that, by the way.
Oh, yeah. Like, I'd never been in a Hall of Presidents. And so it was like, we've got to do it. So let's go. And plus it was getting hot. It was hot outside. And it was like, let's go in here. And then we go in there, and then we go into the waiting area, and it seemed like we were waiting a long time. But it wasn't bad because it was inside. You got plenty to look at, and it's not like a queue. Y'all, it's like a circle. Like
it's like, but they had dots on the ground,
dots everywhere,
and you were supposed to stay on your dot. But I was like, but I want to look in these cabinets, in these kind of display cases. But then once one person would move off their dot, we would just go move to a different dot.
So we rotated dots, and then we get in, and honestly, like that skyrocketed to the top for me. That attraction, or whatever you want to call it, like, from a video production standpoint, like, I was in awe. Like, the screen, the panorama screen, the motion graphics, and the content was it was just so well done. And it was like, man, I can't believe I haven't done this before now. But like, it was just wonderful. I can't say enough good things about that attraction. Like, you really, that has got to be something you go to.
Don't
because like
skip it.
It like really, it makes you proud to be an American.
Yeah.
It makes you like in such a good like bipartisan way. Like, it's just like they do a great job of just everything.
Yeah.
Like, it's just and from a production standpoint, and I think Angela Bassett did the voice. I'm not sure, but like everything about the video and that, and then of course the presidents, like everything was just like, oh my gosh, this is crazy.
Insane.
This is fantastic. Like, so that was great. And we get out of there, and it was like, I think it was like 32 degrees in that building, though. It was freezing in there.
It was insane.
But we get out, and and again, like, we get out, and the crowd was a little overwhelming.
Yeah.
Like it was like, we get out, and I don't want to keep harping on it, but it's just the way it was, y'all. Like, we walk down, again, Haunted Mansion's wrapped around, everything's wrapping around, and we walk up, and then even the Rapunzel bathroom at this time, like, it was so, I've never seen that many strollers. Like, and again, the whole reason, not the whole reason, but the big reason was the crowd size. What we thought was the crowd size. And then so while we were walking, I get a text from a friend of mine, a friend of ours, and he was like, y'all picked a good time to go because Florida just went to phase 3. Can y'all beat the crowd? And we didn't know. I hadn't been staying up on the news while we were down, And I was like, I think they went to phase 3 the day before we came here, because like we didn't beat anybody here. Like, we didn't get some golden opportunity. But I mean, after that, just to sum up, then we'll talk about our thoughts about it. We go back to the room, take a quick nap. And
yeah. That's right. That's right. We split the deck. We sure did.
We did. And then we come back, and then we got on a couple rides. Like we went on Haunted Mansion. We waited, and we went on Pirates, and Pirates was awesome. Like, the only thing I don't understand, and I appreciate Disney's attention, and they know more than me in the health department. But like, some of the rides I get about the social distancing, where they're skipping rows in the rides, and Pirates is probably one of those rides where I get, like, they skip the rows, and you're seeing that's the long wait times, but I do not understand why they're doing that with Haunted Mansion and Under the Sea.
Not
like
either.
They're skipping a whole clamshell.
There's walls between you. It's no different than you checking out.
I guess I don't know, like, I would have felt totally okay.
It's unnecessary wait.
Yeah.
It really is unnecessary wait.
Well, and I think the part that I would just kept lingering in my mind is like, I would be totally okay because it is literally their own carriage and clamshell. But then you're doing that. But then on Toy Story Mania, I've got like 150 people touching this steering wheel thing. And it not like, it just doesn't make sense to me. Right. I guess so. So part of me, I had to shut.
It was very counter, intuitive or whatever you say.
I had to shut my analytical, like, my curmudgeon switch off. But like, and we were talking about this. So Magic was great. I mean, I wouldn't say great, and we're gonna talk about it, but like, Magic, it just was different.
Yeah,
it was different. The castle is absolutely gorgeous. The new paint job is unreal. Like, I love what they did. And just walking in Magic Kingdom is a treat. I mean, I got to take some amazing pictures because the sky was beautiful, the weather was great, and so that was fun for the first time, taking my big camera and just having fun. But I don't know, like, it just felt. And again, we didn't cancel our November trip, so that ought to tell you that we didn't have that bad of a time. But it was just it was a weird thing, and we ended up coming. The park closed at 6, I believe, and we rode Pirates like at 5:45.
Yeah.
Then we go out and we go back to the resort, and we ended up eating at Caribbean Resort that night and sitting by the water, and that was probably the most fun I've had for a while, just sitting by the water with her. Like that was wonderful.
Be so
Like,
sweet.
That's where we took a breath and we kind of talked and recapped and we were like, do we want to record an episode? Do we want? And then I was just like, I can't do it right now because it is going to be, even though part 1 might seem 100% negative, I was about 5,000% negative about it. And I just didn't want it to be clouded. So I was just like, no, I just need to take a breath and just wait. But I think on the way back we were talking and it wasn't, I think the term we were like, it was the first time that we like suffered from Disney disappointment, you know?
Yeah.
And it was that usually when you go, like the worst thing is the crowd size.
Right.
That's usually like Not So Scary. That was my main gripe last time. Everything else, every cast member, everything else was just above and beyond that you can't even explain. Like it is just a customer service clinic. This trip, they're
just different.
Just a couple of things. Like it started with the Skyliner, and then I know that they were doing their job, but it just seemed like, I don't know, it just seemed so harsh. And then we only caught like a 3-second interaction. I just can't imagine a family being there for the first time.
Oh yeah.
Not knowing some stuff, and then being called out and feeling the way that we kind of felt, and you get over it. But
and you see interactions because you're 6 feet apart, and you see a lot more because you have to wait so much longer. So I guess for me, when I saw the one cast member, and again, like people are saying, oh, don't get mad at cast members. I'm not mad at them.
No,
like I'm not in any way belittling. I don't want to at all degrade or even say anything bad about anybody. It was what was hard for me was seeing a single mom, which we saw, and her 2-year-old, 3-year-old, kind of, she's trying to do her best. And the guy, literally cast member, leans over with his face shield and his mask on, and he's like, mind the floor markings. Mind the floor markings. And he is aggressively speaking to her, and she's like, I'm trying. Like everybody's trying. Nobody wants to mess up and cause themselves any like chance they could get kicked out or even feel that way. But I could physically see her sad.
Yeah.
And you just don't see that when you're in Disney. And you feel for people. You feel for the cast members. Nobody wants to tell people to keep your mask on.
No.
Nobody wants to say to all these teenagers, you can't take your mask off even for a photo.
Yeah.
And they were saying if you took your mask off on rides such as Splash Mountain or anywhere where you're caught in that moment,
they wouldn't let you.
They won't let you even buy the photo. So it just feels to me a lot of the magic is there. You just have to know how to react to a different Disney.
Yeah.
You go expecting one thing, and I told Woody, we just had to definitely adjust our expectations to what we were seeing, what we were hearing, what we were feeling, and remember that hopefully, Disney will go back to the way it was, but I don't know. There could be changes forever. I don't know. I mean, people are saying there's not going to be the Fast Pass system anymore, that they're getting rid of that. And for me, then if you get rid of Fast Pass, you better be ready to figure out a way to make me not feel like my whole day is just based on 3 rides. Yeah. Because that's going to be it, basically.
That was hard. Because for the first time, like literally we were lucky if we got 2 or 3 rides in.
Yep.
2, good. 3 was pushing it by the time you eat, by the time you get everywhere. That's like hardly anything for a family that may be their only day there.
Right.
Some of the changes I didn't mind. Like I did not mind the food ordering thing. That took me a bit.
Right.
But it ended up like, well, this is kind of convenient. Mm-hmm. This is kind of nice. Mm-hmm. Okay. I wouldn't mind keeping that. And I didn't mind the social distancing in lines and people's not hitting you in the backpacks and everything like that. The tables were a little aggravating, because you're sitting down to eat and you can only drink your drink while you're standing.
Right. You can't,
or stationary.
like we would normally pack up and get a refill and then be like, oh, well, there's some people waiting. They want to sit down. So, but if you weren't done with your drink, you can't get up.
Yeah, because
they won't let you drink it
get up
walking.
and go stand and drink, but like we usually we're on the go walking. We usually sipping and walking, and you couldn't do that. So for the first time, we were like, well, I don't want to get up yet because I want to finish my drink. I can't finish my drink and walk. Like, so there's some little things there that's like, man, this super is like just weird, So I don't know. I know they're trying, and I don't even know. It's not even a negative experience.
No.
It was a
learning.
But what it did for me was like, I'm glad we went.
Yeah.
Because we experienced a Disney that is different.
Yes.
But a lot of the stuff I really hope goes away fairly quickly.
Yeah.
Because I just cannot imagine. And if you're listening to this and you have never been to Disney yet, I know that it just may seem like if you don't know any different, I don't know. I would wait. I would too. I would wait a little bit. Or the thing that I'm really grateful for is that now I know what to expect, so that when we take my mom, who's never been, that we can help ease that trip for her, because I'm looking at one point at Hollywood when we were eating lunch, and this lady in a scooter pulled up and she wanted to order lunch.
Yeah.
Well, they said, well, you have to order on the My Disney app. And they were super nice about it, but she was like, I don't have that app. Like, I don't. And they were like, well, you have to download the My Disney experience. And then she was like, I don't want that on my phone. You could tell it put her in a place. Now, was her reaction warranted? I don't know, but I'm just telling you, like it just put her in a place instantly that she had to download an app. And a lot of this stuff is like we take for granted. Like, for one, like you hope everybody has a smartphone, and I think they have one kiosk for the people that don't, but they didn't make that known right away. Like, the connections there are horrible. My Sprint, like the little things, like it's just like, and a little bit of me though was like, I got tired of looking at my phone. Like I literally got tired of having to have the device in my hand and I'm looking at it the whole time for wait times or virtual queues or ordering this or ordering that. Like, when we go to Disney, for the most part, we put our phones in our back pocket or leave it in the room, and that was it. Mm-hmm. Like, really, like, it's not something I want to walk around the park all day staring at. And I felt like we had to. I felt like, one, you were checking wait times. Two, that whole Rise of Resistance virtual queue, which is horrible. And then ordering food. Like, it just was like, I just could not detach from my phone, and I wanted to. And so I really hope that once everything kind of calms down and goes back to normal, that they do not become so reliant on the devices that it was like it was on this trip. Because that, if that is the case, like, that just disturbs me a little bit.
Right.
Like, because...
Well, we talked about the joys of resort hopping, and we talk about the joys of when we go, we really do like the cafeteria experience.
Yeah.
It's not something that we do a lot here. And so one of the things that Woody and I love to do is when we get back to the resort is to kind of see, okay, what looks good.
Yeah.
And we walk around and we look at the pizza and we see with the burgers and we see the cupcakes, and that magic is gone. You get your food in a box and you don't even see it until you open it up and you pray that it's the right thing.
Yeah.
But it just is strange because those little things that make us happy may not even matter to other people. Yeah. But like you said, the phone dependency, because we saw an older couple, it was so sweet. If we see an older couple that are just them walking around Disney, we always go, oh, there we are. And I thought to myself, are they mobile savvy? Like, are they even able, will they even be able to ever experience Star Wars? And that man was alive when it first
in the theater
came out in the theater.
Yeah.
And so I thought to myself, why the virtual queue? And I'll just say this, I won't get on this soapbox, but let's say I want to ride Rise of the Resistance. I'm not mobile savvy, which everyone knows I'm not. Okay, I am married to somebody who is, so I don't have to be. That's kind of the perfect way to put it. And so if I want to wait, like, can I wait for 3 hours? I want to be allowed to wait. Like, if that's all I want to do today is just get in line for Ride the Resistance, and you tell me, sorry, sweetheart, you're going to have to wait, 393 minutes. Okay. Like, I want to be allowed to make that decision. But if I'm not ever going to get into a lottery and I've spent $2,500 on a vacation with my family and my boarding group can't get on and we're only scheduled for one day at Hollywood Studios and I didn't get to the park till 11:30 because my youngest son had trouble getting him out of the shower, and then so we missed the 10. Like, that to me puts together, not that that's my life, but
yeah,
but it's somebody's. And we were in line after line after line. And I told Woody on our drive back, which of course we had 11 hours and 39 minutes to download. I said, well, what if it was just visually stressful? What if the capacity of the park, which I want to know, and I hope that maybe we'll be able to look back and go, what was the capacity when we went?
I can tell you for sure. I don't have any numbers. I don't have any inside track or anything, but it was they had people in well above whatever 20%.
Oh,
you could tell me.
Had to been. If I had to make a guess, what would you guess?
Oh, not judging by the line weights. I'm just judging by the crowd size itself.
Yes,
over 50%. Over 50.
Then I thought, okay, so if it's over 50%,
maybe 75.
Yeah, maybe 75. I think 75 for sure for Hollywood. Was this sort of like, hey, let's pilot the 75%, just start letting people in. Then I thought, maybe it's just because they're 6 feet apart that when you see the line is all the way to Country Bear Jamboree for Haunted Mansion, is that worse? Is that almost worse than just reading 75 minutes and then seeing the little line snaking around?
Yeah.
Because I think that was hard for me. It was like, for once, I saw so many people standing, yet, like you said, zombieing from 6 foot marker to 6 foot marker to 6 foot marker, and you not really see anybody having fun. Normally, the hustle and bustle of the Hollywood, of the Halloween party, it's going to be crowded. Yeah. You see those live fireworks shows. You see how many people are in that square. You see how many people are there. There's no joke. But you know it. You go knowing there's 7,000 people in this park, not just me, right here in this little square. There's 60,000 people that are able to be in this park today. That's what I'm expecting. But when you look on your social media and him and I are like blindly going down to, Orlando thinking we're going to be able to ride Pirates of the Caribbean 2 times without getting off. And then Peter Pan. We didn't even get on Peter Pan.
We didn't get Peter Pan.
Or Winnie the Pooh because it was closed.
It was like the complete I literally the complete opposite of what we saw. I can't stress to you enough. Because you were showing me videos. You're like, oh my gosh. Look.
I know. It's my fault.
No, it's not your fault. I clicked by now. Literally 3 days before we were undecided. And then we kept seeing videos man, we can't miss this opportunity. I can't even, it is almost comical, really. Yeah. It is almost comical, the vast difference that what we saw compared to the days we went of the crowd size. And I have a hard time. I have no proof, so I might be wrong. I have a hard time. You cannot convince me that was 20% capacity. And that is a whole nother episode about capacity issue with Disney. If those are the numbers, you have got to reevaluate that, because it is suffering. Experiences are suffering, in my opinion. Mm-hmm. Now, I know we're probably not the most widespread opinion. We've been several times and all that stuff, but I just have a hard time believing that people go and they can get on 2 rides and that's a great day for them. Right. I have a hard, and then it's literally you're here, wait. And I get that's going to happen, but and I know that it's a weird time, social distancing, masks, they're skipping the roads and the rides. If you haven't been, I might want to hold off. Or if you are going, you might want to go with somebody that has been during this, which I'm glad we went, and now I know what to expect. Right. But you might want to go with somebody that's been, just so you can kind of nap. Because like even going to Caribbean that night, like half the doors were locked. You couldn't. I walked out, and then I wanted some ketchup for my French fries, and then so I couldn't go back in the way we went out. So I had to walk halfway around the building to get back to the cafeteria, in which I had to then tell the person that I had my food sitting out on the table. And then it was just kind of the little things that I know it sounds like he's just whining, but it's just like, ooh, it's just not the way it was before. And I'm not saying it's going to stay that way, but
it's not vacation by any means.
Not right now.
It's not.
Not right now.
It is, what am I willing to sacrifice and what am I willing to adjust? Because you got to do both. You do. Like, you have to sacrifice your times that you've been before, and you have to adjust the way you think, because we thought one thing and it absolutely was not true.
It's the opposite. Just cannot, y'all. It is like the completely different scenario. And then so we left Magic like for the first time, and I think this was, of course, on the way home we missed Disney. The next day at work, or when I was working, it was just kind of like, I wish we were at Disney.
Mm-hmm.
You know, like, of course we missed it. But for the first time, I was ready to go. Like, I was ready to go home. Like at 6:00, you know, I was like, yep, I'm good. Let's go back. And then we went to Caribbean, and that was gorgeous. But like we woke up the next morning at 3, and I wasn't like anything but ready to get home.
Yeah, usually he drags me kicking and streaming out of the room, but this time I was up before you.
Yeah, we both were up. We were just like, yeah, we're ready to go. And I feel like for the first that was the first time ever that ever happened. Like, we've had kind of iffy experiences at you know, and even this time, we didn't even mention this. When we got back from Hollywood, so we walk in the room, right?
Oh yeah.
We get back and we walk in the room, and
I thought you totally didn't want to tell anybody about this.
Yeah, all right, but I'm gonna keep it short. I'm gonna keep it short because, like, all right, I'm gonna keep this short for y'all. But so Laura and I, like, back before the summer, this is gonna get to this story, right?
Yeah.
We went to where we got married. We got married in New Bern, North Carolina. So we went on a quick trip down there, and I booked the wrong hotel. I thought I was booking the hotel that we spent our honeymoon at, and
boy, was he
I
way
was
off.
way off, y'all. But like only a couple miles off. But those couple of miles, vastly different areas of town.
Oh yeah.
So we ended up, like, I put the GPS, and I'm like, all right, babe, we're going to stay. I forgot what, like, the Comfort Suites or something. It was like right on the water. And then the GPS didn't turn. What the heck? This thing is And then I was like, oh no. I booked like the Comfort Suites instead of the Country Suites or something. And so we pull over like, oh. So we go to this hotel. It had been updated, but it was just like the worst view ever of like a parking lot and a Bojangles, and it was just like, okay, Woody, well done. So we go in there, and when we get in a hotel, we set up camp. It's like our house, even if it's for one night, which that was.
That's all right.
It's our house. So we come in, and then
I literally unpack.
Yeah, we unpack.
This is what I do.
It's our house. We go eat dinner. We come back, and the room smells funny. Right? This is in North Carolina.
I don't even know how to describe how it smells.
All right, it smells weird. We're like, man, this is awful. Like, what is going on here? Like, but it doesn't smell like anything. Like, it's hard to explain.
It's not. Yeah, it's almost mechanical.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So then
metallic.
I was like, this smells weird. Okay, so then I'll put my pajamas on. Laura
I'm thinking it's just a part of town we in, y'all. I'm like, well, it's probably just because I left the window open or something.
So I get my pajamas on. Laura gets on her side of the bed, which is closest to the door. So I put my socks on, my pajamas on, and I'm walking to my side. All of a sudden, it's like, and I'm like, what am I walking in? And the AC had leaked like under half the bed, and the carpet was
awful,
soaked. Like, I step in, and like water just is like, I was like, oh, this
splashing
is great.
up.
So I go out, we get a new room, blah blah blah. All right, that's that story. So then we come home from Hollywood, and keep in mind, y'all,
we've already waited in line.
You heard part one.
To wait in line.
You heard part one. So I smell the same smell.
Yeah,
Like, it's
he
the
opens
same
the door
smell.
and it was like, y'all. I thought, no,
I was like,
it can't. It can't be.
No.
But there's no air conditioning unit like that. So I'm thinking, no, okay, all right. Well, maybe it's just Florida weather. Maybe it's just Florida in September.
Humidity.
It's the marsh. It's the
So then I'm standing there like on the corner and I'm like, what is that smell? And I thought about calling. Like I was like,
Yeah.
all right, I think I want to call because I don't know if I want to sleep with that smell. And then all of a sudden I feel a drip on my head. And y'all, if you haven't seen a picture of me, I don't have hair. So if something drips on my head, I feel it, right? So I was like, what? Oh, great. And I look up and there's like this huge bubble in the ceiling.
Yeah.
And so I guess the AC from upstairs or something. And then I look down and sure enough, there is a massive puddle of water.
Yep.
Had
he taken, I guess, one or two more steps, you probably would have slipped or something. It was bad.
Yeah. So we call room service and they come right away. And then she comes and says, oh, yeah, there's a bad leak. Would y'all like another room? We're like, yeah. Yep. I don't.
Is that even an option?
I had a rough day. Not going to get into that. No, we didn't. Obviously, I didn't bring any of that up. But then,
I should have just started crying. Just started crying uncontrollably.
But like within 5 minutes, she has us in a new room, not far away. So we didn't have to lug our stuff too far. Our magic bands are activated to the new room. The technology's pretty freaking amazing that they are able to do that quick.
Mm-hmm.
So we go down. I forgot to add that to the part one. But yeah, so that was the end of the Hollywood night. But yeah, on the way home, y'all, like I don't know, like I don't even know how to sum up our visit other than I just wanted to share an experience. Like because we battled for a while. Like I don't want to be negative on the Disney podcast, but I think it's important. Like if anyone's looking for a trip right now, like you may want to hold off. Mm-hmm. Like and because we went thinking crowd sizes were going to be minimal, wait times are going to be minimal, and it was the complete opposite and too much to the point so that like it was busier than any other time we've been. Like that was the mind-blowing thing. Like we're in the middle of a pandemic where people aren't supposedly going out and all this, and then it was like, well, this is not the world I'm seeing. Like this is not what I'm told. So I don't know. I love Disney. I do. Yeah. The merch was awesome this year. The food was great. So, we still love Disney.
Oh yeah.
We'll go back.
We'll go back. With ears on and everything.
And to end it on a good note, super good note. So we get back and we're super excited for our November trip.
We are.
Right. We start reading what resorts are opening and closing.
Well, and I first noticed it, like, at the end of the day, when you go and you are sorting yourselves out in the bus line areas, you see there are people walking further than you. So, they're staying at, Art of Animation, or you see where these people are going, they're staying at, Coronado Springs. We get in our line. And it's funny because there's so many signs that they're just blank.
Yeah.
And I said to Woody, well, okay, I knew Polynesian wasn't open.
Yeah.
But I had no idea until we rode the Skyliner for the first time that Art of Animation was closed. Yep. I had no idea that Port Orleans wasn't open.
Yeah.
I had no idea that all of these resorts, because I'm not the one that goes and plans these vacations. He does it. So I only know what I read or what I'm going in search of. And I really wasn't searching for what's open and what's not this round. I was just thinking about park policies and different things that were open and closed at the park. But I wasn't thinking about resorts. So it was odd because there was only little groups of us, and there were some gigantic holes where people weren't going to those resorts.
Yeah.
So Woody quickly tells me, "Oh, there's a lot of resorts that aren't open yet." And I was like, "Oh."
Yeah, you couldn't even book them, but we were scheduled to stay in Port Orleans in November.
Right.
And so we get back, and like 2 days later, we get a call that we were expecting from Disney. They were like, "Hey, do you still plan?" First of all, are you still planning to come in November? Like, we're still planning.
They were listening through our
they were listening because I was like, I have non-refundable flights, so we're going to be in Orlando that week. I don't know where, So she's like, "Well, Port Orleans will not be open in November. We would love to move you to, and the first option was they were going to move you to an equal or greater than resort than what you're at. And so then they offered up Coronado, which Coronado is probably one of our favorites.
Oh yeah.
We went there for a honeymoon. We went there last year. It's beautiful. But I was like, I just went on a limb, right? I was just like, oh, cool. We love Coronado. And to stay in the tower would be amazing. But is there any way we really are into staying at different places? Like we want to go somewhere new and just explore, because that's part of, she was like, oh, let me see what we can do. And long story short, we ended up getting moved to Saratoga.
Woo!
So, so Disney, y'all came through on this one.
Yeah.
Like you gave us a good upgrade and didn't cost anything. And we're excited because I think the thing that I learned from after this past trip, this little quick trip, was that I want to enjoy the downtime more. I think that, especially during these times, you've got to have a little bit more patience, which I've learned.
Yes.
Some of that is on me. But also it's like, you just can't be in a hurry. You cannot be in a hurry to put all this stuff into your trip. It's almost like, you got like one goal, like I want to do this today. Anything else is extra. And then I think just enjoy the resort, because the resort's a little bit more relaxed. Not about the mask, but it's just you can kind of breathe a little bit. You can kind of like, it's not as busy. And so like I think that if you're going to go for a week or whatever during this time, just schedule some downtime. Yeah. Like the parks are going to be nice, but it's going to be a lot of waiting, a lot of weird, like just different procedures, and you'll appreciate your room more so. We did this time, like just your zone. You take the mask off, take a second, and then just you're kind of like just take a breath. So
I love that.
Yeah.
I love that. So resort staycation appreciation.
Yes, that's it. And I might even like there's a couple of open days that we were going to put park tickets. I'm not going to do it. We're going to enjoy it. We're going to sit and just relax and take it all in.
Hey guys, thanks so much for joining us for this episode of our recent trip, tricks and treats. Be sure to visit our website where we have plenty of things to do, including our radio station, which is filled with magic. And we're adding more and more songs and sights and sounds for you on that. So that's Woody'sRounduppodcast.com. Thanks so much for listening, and we will catch you on another episode.